The process starts here. The cube has to load it into these two stack magazines. It starts off by unloading the stack magazine and onto the conveyor. Once the conveyor starts moving, it goes through this testing station, which tests the part for if it tests it based on what it is. So we have three different types of parts: aluminum, and plastic, and two different color plastic. Once it goes through this testing station, it reaches the end here in the stock. This is a handling device, we call it. It comes over, it essentially swings over, picks up the part, swings back over, puts it in this unit here, which is the press station. The press works, it closes, it essentially brings the block into this enclosed structure here, presses two of these parts together like this. Something like that, it presses them together, it ejects it back, this handling unit picks it up again and then places it onto this station, which is the last station. This is called ASRS, and this device is responsible for storing and retrieving the cubes. And that's the basic process. On assembling and wiring all three of the stations. We started off with, like Chris mentioned, all the pieces were disassembled. So everything down to every single wire, all the sensors were separate. Every single component was every single component down to the nut and bolts were separate. So what we had to do was first separate the components, figure out what had to go where and how they had to be assembled and in a specific order. So we started off by separating them and then assembling it piece by piece. The next part was the wiring. We did that also in sections at a time, and then the last part was the pneumatic, right? So I worked on a bit of everything, including helping out the stands and some of the wiring of the pieces.
I cut all the pieces, I fabricated, I did a lot of the tapping I set, and I helped on the wheels too, so I helped just pretty much fabricate the table. Came over the break, and me and Chris got all this built up from no sketches, and I helped here and there with a little bit of wiring. Neil and Jazz did most of the wiring. But on the last station, I hooked up some of the conduits. But I helped Chris also with the PLC wiring, and I helped assemble most of the stations. Like the first station, I helped put together the testing and both of the magazines. I didn't really assemble much of the second station, but I did most of the entire thing.
So what are we looking at?
This is the PLC, the Control-Logix PLC that's controlling the whole station. Basically here you have all 5 of your input cards. All the inputs are wired down to the terminal strip. And then all the wiring harnesses, all these black wires here, they all get fed in and wired into the terminal and the appropriate input or the output. This is the Ethernet card, which is plugged into the computer. Everything's being controlled through Ethernet. Power supplies, breakers. Test to make sure it's flipped over the right way. As it goes under these sensors, it detects what part it is. Once it reaches the end, it sends a signal to the handling unit to come in and pick it up. The handling unit picks it up and it's going to transfer it to the press here. Once this reaches the press, the handling unit will return home.
They're using a vacuum to pick up the place part. It's essentially just air being sucked up.
What's happening now?
The second part for the top of the cube is being sent down the conveyor. It's tested to what color it is. Once it reaches the end, the conveyor or the handling unit comes in and picks it up. Yeah, I haven't adjusted that.
Still a lot of fine tuning and adjustments that need to be done.
Now once this cube reaches here and the handling unit returns to its home position, the press will take the part in, close its safety door, press it together and eject it again. Now the handling unit should come around and pick it up. And since this was just completed yesterday, it's just going to drop the part here.
And so once it reaches this station, it's essentially going to sit right here. This is going to move on a horizontal and vertical axis, and then place the parts onto these storage units, or storage spaces rather.
Over about there, where the handling unit would swing in, put it on its gripper, and then it would store it accordingly wherever